Hey everybody, I hope you can hear me over the wind. It's kind of died down a little bit right now, so I'm hoping I can get a few words in here before it picks back up. I shot some video not long ago out here on the reservoir, and I found some really cool looking plants. I failed to bring those plants home with me, and so today we're going to try to make our way back down and get them. I'm honestly hoping I can find them somewhere between here and where I found them before, because where I found them before is still a couple of miles ahead of us, and I really don't feel like paddling that far on such a windy day. Again, I'm getting a real nice break from the wind, but it has been in my face and it has been driving me crazy. So we're going to keep on keeping on while we can, and once I get over to the shoreline over here, we're going to start making our way down just sort of along the edges looking for that plant. And again, if I can't find it, I guess ultimately we'll end up down by the dam. So sit back, relax, and I'll see you over here along the shoreline at some point. Hopefully we're going to find some of that cool looking plant that I'm looking for. There's the wind. All right, everybody, we are still making our way downstream. No luck on finding what we're looking for yet, but I've basically been just paddling to get out of the wind now that we're over here, sort of tucked into this little notch, I guess you could call it. I can relax a little, we can chat, and we can keep making our way downstream. So if you're the kind of person that likes to follow along at home and you go to Google Maps and you look at Pretty Boy Reservoir, you type in Pretty Boy Reservoir, the pin that it'll give you, the address that it'll give you, is actually the boat launch, and that's where we started our little adventure today. So if you leave the boat launch, you'll see that it is in the back of a cove that leads out to the main channel. Once you get to the main channel, if you make a left and start heading downstream, you will be heading down where we are, and we are just about down to where Frog Hollow is going to be on our left. And then we're going to pass Frog Hollow, and we're going to keep on heading down around the bend, and eventually we're going to end up down by the dam if I don't find what I'm looking for in the meantime. And at this point I'm beginning to suspect I'm not, because the more I think about it, what I'm looking for tends to grow in shady areas, and in fact where we're headed, if we actually go to where I found it the other day, is indeed in a very shady location that I don't think ever really gets the sun on it. And today, because it's a little chilly out, I've been paddling on this side of the reservoir rather than that side of the reservoir, just for the sake of staying in the sun. So this is the sunny shoreline of the reservoir, and it gets sun on it all day long, and I just really don't think it's going to be a place that we're going to find what I'm looking for as we go down here. But it's pretty scenery, so it's not bad, and I'm getting some exercise out here. Again, I wasn't really anticipating fighting the wind so much, but whatever, I'll just chalk it up to exercise. So we embrace the wind, make it part of the adventure. So we're going to keep on heading down. Again, if you're following along, we're just about down to Frog Hollow. We got maybe, I don't know, 300-400 more yards to go down here, but I'm not going to make you sit and watch me paddle all the way down there. So I'm going to say sit back, relax, and I will see you down around the bend. Alright, we are now passing Frog Hollow on our left. That would be my left. And we are passing the opening of George's Creek, where the mouth of George's Creek flows in, on the other side of the reservoir over there. So we have to cross over some open water, and I'm hoping it doesn't get too rough and choppy and windy, but I can see a gust of wind coming right now. And this is one of the widest, most open areas of the reservoir, so I figure this will be a good indicator of what our trip back is going to look like. like. And so far it doesn't seem to be too bad as we make our way across the more open water. Once I get across the mouth of this channel here, I'll be back against the shoreline and it won't be so bad anymore. I pretty much suspected as soon as we pulled out of the boat launch this afternoon that we were going to wind up making our way all the way back down here today. But as I said, that's okay. I can use the exercise, and it hasn't been that unpleasant since I've been staying sort of tight up against the shoreline. We've actually got a little spot down here where the water's almost flat calm. There's no breeze at all, but we are about to round the bend and start heading down towards the dam itself. If you're looking at the map, you'll see that we get down here towards the dam and there's sort of a dog leg around to the left, and then that heads directly down towards the dam, and we are just about to go around that corner, and you can already begin to see the effects of the wind that's kind of blowing around the corner. So I wanted to get a few little chats in, say hello again before we do round the bend, and then I think we're going to be paddling into the wind and whatnot, but we're almost there. So sit tight, and we'll see you probably over by where we're going to just go ahead and get this stuff. We've come this far, might as well just head straight to it at this point. All right, everybody, here we are. Oh, wow. Did not even see a little fawn lying in the bushes over there. I just scared it. It was sleeping. I don't know if you saw that little deer just get up and run into the woods a little bit, but I just woke up little baby deer. So this is the spot, and I will turn you around in a second. In a minute I'm going to use my phone camera and we'll get a better look at what I'm talking about. But here is the scenery where we're going to stop for a moment. And it is a lovely view, whether you're looking that way or this way. So right along the shoreline here behind us, there's some of this little plant hanging down, and we're going to be pulling some of that out of there. In fact, let's see if I can't just go ahead and get over here. I may not be pulling some of this out of here if I can't get to it and reach it easily, which it does not look like I'm going to be able to do. We're not going to be able to get it. I found a piece of woodwork earlier that was really good looking, and I stopped to get it. I wanted to bring it home with me today, and when I got over and tried to get close enough to it, it turns out that it was... Oh, this is really hard to do. I'm using my paddle here as something to lean on. Well, I got a few little tiny pieces of it. A few more tiny little pieces of it. Let's see if we can try to get a couple more without you all being the witnesses of my first ever capsize. And I got a few more little pieces of it, and we are gonna call that good. I'm not gonna press my luck any further than that. So this is what we got. I don't know how well you can see that, but it looks sort of like creeping Jenny, but the leaves are much darker and a little firmer than creeping Jenny, so I'm not really sure what it is. I was able to pull a little bit of sphagnum moss off of there, but I got a ton of that back at the house. So again, we're going to call that good. Boy, we must have had some cold weather since the last time I was here. All the fern that's growing against all the rocks and everything is all shriveled up. So it must have been quite a cold snap that hit them. So no sense in taking my phone out. We already got all of the good stuff on video, and now we are going to start making our way all the way back. And after we came around the bend, we actually had the wind at our back, and it was blowing powerful strong. It was like paddling on a river coming down here. And so now I got to paddle against that for about a quarter mile until we get up around the bend again. So I'm going to bid you adieu here, and then we will get back to the waterfall tank a little bit later. I don't know if we're actually going to get this put on the waterfall today, but we will have a look at the waterfall tank. So sit tight. I got a long paddle back straight into the wind. I can actually see white caps on the water now. So I was hoping the wind would die down, and it looks like it's actually getting stronger. So anyway, thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you real soon in the next one.